Hey everybody, I'm Randall Ray and welcome back to my channel for another update in the Reclaimed Container Workshop. Basically this week not much really has changed, except maybe my face, which you guys probably saw in my video already. Basically my grandmother and my mother both complain about my face all the time, or at least my beard all the time. So I decided for Christmas that I would go ahead and shave it off. I was already getting ready to trim it way down anyways. Basically it was pretty long. You guys probably have saw by now. So it was pretty long, way longer than what I wanted it. Basically I kind of have this thing where like I would grow my beard, shave it off, and normally I would be shaving it off for somebody else's opinion, and I couldn't really stand that. I know that kind of sounds like I'm doing that this time for them, but I was already going to trim it, so yeah. Anyway, so like I said, I always end up shaving it off way earlier than I want to, or just for somebody else's reason other than my own. So this time I got to a point where I was getting ready to trim it up. I was going to bring it down pretty short actually, but keep the full beard. But I thought that it might make a nice Christmas gift. So Christmas Eve, I just in the nick of time finished up a Costa Rica Christmas order. Basically, I put out the Florida silhouette, the large one I did with the backlighting. Immediately got a few orders, including someone I know doing an order for the Costa Rica that was backlit. I started on it Thursday before Christmas, I believe. Got the lights in on Saturday. Basically, I just not rushed and did it, but yeah, pretty much worked on it every day after work in order to get it done in time. But I got that done late Christmas Eve. Got it picked up. I had some issues with the finish, so I got it picked up about, I want to say 10:30 or so. And then after that, I took a shower, shaved, and edited a little bit of video, and then hit the sack. So Christmas was good. Just spent time with family, stuff like that. Nothing real unique per se. Since then, we've worked a few days. This is actually Saturday following Christmas, so we've worked only about 3 days this week. The local pits here are closed from the Wednesday before Christmas, I believe, until the 1st. So we couldn't get any lime rock, couldn't do any of the deck grades we had, stuff like that. So we've kind of got a few things on the back burner that'll be coming this week, but yeah, not much of an update for work-wise. Here in the shop, I just did a order for a bass silhouette. I think it turned out pretty cool. I've made a snook in the past, and I've kind of used the same technique where, because of the silhouette, to get the actual detail of the fish, I've cut out, like the fins, or in the case of the snook, I cut out the stripe down the side of the snook. In this case, I did, a little bit of the details of where the fins would be, or the mouth on the bass, stuff like that. But I want to try something a little bit different, so I used the same Kita dye powders, made up like a emerald green, I believe is what they call it on their channel. Used that formula, made up this green dye, beautiful color. Made up this dye. I burnt the fish to kind of get some of the details, kind of give it the illusion of the details of a largemouth bass, and then I used the green dye over top of the whole thing. So it turned out pretty cool. It's actually behind me. I think I put another coat of clear on it about 2.5 hours ago, but it's dry now. I'm gonna have a photo, but here it is. You guys can see the color is pretty cool. It's kind of unique. I think I'm going to be using this a lot in the future because it actually kind of looks like a camo. So I may offer that as an option for some of my orders, because I think camo signs or even a camo Florida would probably sell pretty good. Yeah, I mean, other than that, basically just trying to get cleaned up here. I started reorganizing the shop a little bit. I had a small dresser that was given to me, has a damaged drawer, so I repaired the drawer, just glued it all back together. Today I actually poured some epoxy. It had kind of a gouge where the drawer face was attached to the actual box. So once I glued it all back together, I just poured some epoxy there to add a little bit of strength. But I'm moving a lot of stuff that was previously on some of my shelving units into this dresser and clearing out a little bit of space. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just kind of cleaning and organizing today. Just want to sit down and kind of get this update out of the way and go from there. I also wanted to kind of make this kind of a wrap-up video. Basically, I'm hoping to get it out on time, but I'm not sure. But this is going to be my wrap-up of 2017. Basically, this year I continued my woodworking making adventure. Started this YouTube channel, as you guys know. Since I've started the channel, I kind of started focusing on the renovation of the workshop, and within the last couple months you guys have seen me get back into actually making projects. So I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, before I started this channel, I made, had a few different, outdoor shops, stuff like that, but I never really put out any video content of making. So since the channel's been up, I mean, you guys have basically just been watching the renovation. So basically this year continued the making journey. Renovated the container, got out of the carport, the vinyl carport I was working in, which is part of the next area to the container. You guys may have seen in photos. I kind of put that up. I'm using it for outdoor storage. Once I get these logs milled up, that's where they'll be. But I got out of there, renovated this whole place. Since the hurricane, so we had Hurricane Irma, so I had to deal with that. But since the hurricane, I moved the container here, redid the floor, painted everything, and got back to work. So that's pretty much it. I'm very excited for 2018. I think it's going to be a good year. I'm trying to push my content further, so you guys will see more project videos from me. Like I said, I've got a little bit of an update on the actual workshop coming. Nothing crazy because I've got to work in here and renovate at the same time now, but I'm going to finish the walls, do a few other things. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me though, guys. Like I said, if I don't get it up on time, either way, hope you guys have a happy new year, and I'll see you guys in 2018. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, share if you like this video, subscribe if you don't already, and check me out over on Instagram. You can see kind of behind the scenes, more content and discussion on this bass as I made it. Yeah, that's it for me though, guys. Check me out on Instagram at Randell_Ray. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Happy New Year.